He can guarantee you that. Plenty of candor.
Hey, I learned from the best right there.
What a liar.
Great to see you.
You too, Arthur. All right, we're set to go. How's everybody? Good, good. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate everybody for coming out here again today. Looking forward to what should be a great ball game tomorrow night at Florida State. They're playing some really good basketball at this point in time. Have been playing really good ball all year. It's a team that on the season is scoring 92 points a game. You go look at their last five, they've scored 104, 101, 97. They can score the basketball. I'm not sure we could score 100 if they locked us in the gym by ourselves. It really is impressive. So we know we're going to have our hands full defensively, but we're also going to have to score the ball because they're also a team that's given up close to 80 points a game.
How good is Latson? Is she just maybe nationally? She doesn't seem like she gets maybe the national attention that some of the other top players get. And how good is she, and what makes her so good? She's spectacular. There's no question. She should get talked about a lot more. But I say it, in our game when we get our agenda, when we get our narrative set in place before the season starts, we're not very good at adjusting. We just like to keep ramming something straight down at you and be like, hey, this is what we're going to do. And for Latson to not have more conversations about her, it's sad. We're very fortunate to have, I think, two of the best scoring guards in the country in our league, in Latson and Hidalgo. But unfortunately, we don't hear enough about her. If you just look at her stats, and forget the scoring, she's got 109 assists to 66 turnovers. So she's passing the basketball. She's shooting 48% overall from the field, 41 from three, 82% from the free throw line. It's remarkable. I can remember when Durr was here and Dana, they were always striving for the 40, 50, 40, 80. Trying to shoot 50% from the field overall, 40% from three, 80% from the free throw line. And the kid's just about there. And that does not happen very often. And then on top of that, she's getting close to 6 boards a game. So she is a great player and a great system and makes everybody else better as well. So, yeah, she's fantastic.
You mentioned Hannah and her being two of the top guards. It seemed like you kind of threw a couple of different people in guarding Hannah. Is that going to be the same thing, or is that kind of be up to Jalea to kind of take that defending responsibility?
No, it's going to you aren't just going to put one person on her and stop her. It's going to have to be a team effort. We're going to have to try and do everything we can to at least make it as difficult as we can for her. She does a great job. She's also got 52 steals on the year, so she does a really nice job of turning steals into layups. So we have to make sure we take care of the ball. If we're going to turn the ball over, it's got to be dead ball turnovers. Overall, it's a ball club. If you look at 341 assists as a team to 253 turnovers, which, again, is a remarkable stat. We're going to have to – everybody's going to have to be at their best on the defensive end.
Jeff, it seems like defense comes up a lot, and I know you're a defensive guy, and when you stop people and they can't score, you win more often than not. How have you improved, or have you improved to your liking to this point in the year defensively?
Well, I think we've gotten better. I think some individuals have improved as well. Are we where we want to get to? No. But I think at this point of the year, you're not going to get a whole bunch better.
We've just got to get little increments here and there. And then we've got to do a better job of not fouling. We put Stanford at the free throw line, I think, 11 times in the fourth quarter. When we're up 18 at one point in time, the last thing you want to do is foul somebody when you're winning. Small things like that. And then we've got to do a better job of just contesting shots. Just put a hand up. Make someone shoot over you. It's not necessarily about blocking shots, but it's just trying to make it a little more difficult than giving them a straight line drive or just a wide open 3 or 15-footer. So those are the areas that we're trying to improve on.
Who are in your mind, are your best 2 defenders?
Well, on ball, it's different. I mean, you've got some players that are great on ball. Jalea is very, very good on ball. And then you've got kids that are really good off ball. You know, what we've got to do is find those kids that can play on the ball and off the ball, like Angel McCautry when she was here. Dana, you know, great on the ball, but then off the ball, they're waiting for that bad pass, that ball reversal pass, and then they take it. So Jalea does a really nice job. I think Oda does a nice job in the post. I mean, it's just getting all 5 to play well at the same time at the defensive end.
You've mentioned that stringing together 4 quarters, consistency has been a bit of an issue. After the game against Stanford, you were talking about watching more film and adjusting how you're going to talk to the girls. How have you adjusted, kind of reiterating just getting that consistency throughout an entire game?
Well, I've tried Spanish. So, sí, señorita. So, really haven't. The English has not been working very well, so been trying to work on a foreign language, since I've got a few of them that speak some different languages, to see if everybody can understand what defense means, and then what it means to play for 4 quarters. We're kind of like that hockey, you know. If you just had three quarters, it'd be fantastic. And unfortunately, it's just a mental lapse. We will do some really good things. We'll get up 18-20 on you and then have 1:20 where I can't even call enough timeouts before somebody goes on a 9-0 run, before we turn the ball over 3 straight times that lead to 3 straight layups. That's why if we're going to turn it over, we've got to have dead ball turnovers. I thought defensively we were really good against Stanford for 3 quarters. But it's hard to guard somebody when they're shooting free throws. And that's where we got ourselves in trouble. We got them in the bonus, and then we start fouling. We turn it over and then foul them 94 feet from the basket. And now all of a sudden they're just walking down the floor and scoring 2. So we just keep talking about mental focus, being able to understand how you got to lead. And instead of just being excited we got it, how can we increase it? Those are the things that we've really been trying to talk to them about. Now, on the flip side of things, our kids have done a pretty good job of handling playing in close games, because we've kind of made a lot of them close. So at least they've shown me, hey, when things get tight, we're able to execute, knock down some shots. Now, I'd love to see how we did with the 25-point lead, but unfortunately, we haven't gotten there in a long time.
How much of trying to find those right combinations on defense affect your offense?
Offensively, I think we've been pretty good. I mean, we're actually scoring over 70 points a game, which is really good. Our problem has just been we give up too many runs to the opposing team. Too many quick, 8-0 run, 9-0 run. Where in the Stanford game, we didn't score very well. We didn't shoot the ball great in the first half, but we kept guarding. So even though we didn't score, we weren't allowing them to score. That is what I showed him, and that's what we're used to. That's what we've done so well here. So then you're staying in a game where the fourth quarter, thank goodness we had the lead, and then we got sloppy. We turned it over, which led to layups, and then we foul, and then all of a sudden you're on your heels. And even when we went through offensively in the fourth quarter, when we executed, we scored. When we didn't turn the basketball over and we executed, we scored. So there are positive things that we showed them. Now it's just a matter of staying focused to be able to make sure. It's not going to, you aren't going to have 40 minutes of perfect basketball. Sure, that's what we're all striving for. But we've got to be able to, if we go a 2-minute stretch and not score, we got to make sure they aren't scoring. Or if they do, it's 2 points. It's not 10. And then we've got to right the ship and get back on the offensive end, score some buckets. Because tomorrow night, you have to score to be able to compete with Florida State. If you don't score, you don't have a chance because they're going to score the basketball. Even in their losses, they lost at Illinois, they scored 74. At Tennessee, they scored 77. Stanford, they scored 84. And Cal, they scored 70. NC State, it's 74. I mean, it's really remarkable when you look at what they've done at the offensive end for the entire season. So we know we're going to have to be good on offense tomorrow night.
A little bit off track. I mean, we talked in the summer about you bringing Amanda in. How valuable, I mean, obviously she's valuable, but in terms of just having the ACC knowledge, how important has that been during the season, especially with so many younger players?
Well, it's been great. I mean, she is someone who's been through it. Obviously, as a head coach at Charlotte, Florida, and Clemson. So not just the knowledge of the ACC, but it's nice to have someone who's also been on this side of it. And she really has done a great job with our players. I think she's been really good for my staff as well. Someone for them to be able to talk to, ask questions, from. So we're just very appreciative. I'm very appreciative of everything she's done, and she keeps doing. I think she's really enjoying it here, and has made a big impact for us. And now we've just got to finish this month hard and keep recruiting hard, and that's really the name of the game. And then NIL and revenue sharing, all that fun stuff comes into play then.
Jeff, you have Olivia back for her 5th year. Analyze her year and what she's done. I know she's now over 1,500 points, which is a big deal.
Yeah, she's not only at 1,500 points. I think she's 7 rebounds away from 1,500 or 1,000 rebounds in a career. It's been great. I was excited that she just decided to come back. She's a college graduate. Being able to really just enjoy this last year. I think she's poised to have a really good stretch run, and we're going to need that from her because she's played in a lot of big games here, and she knows what it's like, when, the game is on the line. She's someone who's been there and been through it. So, yeah, it's been great, and we're just looking forward to these next 5 regular season games and then a postseason play.
What has she improved on and done the best for you in her 5 years? I know, like we said, 1,500 and 1,000 is nothing to sneeze at, and
pretty darn
I know
good.
She's improved in a lot of areas.
Yeah, I think her outside shot, her 15-foot shot, her elbow, reverse pivot, 8 to 10-foot shots been really effective for her. She's rebounding the ball, and now she's just drawing a lot more attention than she has in the past because of where she's risen her game to. So yeah, I mean, she's passing the ball better now than she was as a freshman. So she's had a lot of areas that she's improved in, but I would say her shooting is one of the areas she's improved the most.
When you talked about those mental lapses at the end of the games, have you noticed anything with the body language of the team or kind of coming into the locker room after they have close games like that? Like, what are they kind of thinking and going through their mind when this happens?
No, first off, we're excited to win. The end game is to win. We're just not excited with how we're finishing them off at times. And it goes back to Virginia Tech even. We actually played a good fourth quarter. The problem is the first 3 weren't very good. So it's not always just been the fourth quarter. So we're just continuing with the youth that we have, because we were always going to have a freshman or two or three on the floor. Of just getting them to understand the urgency that you have to play with, because the other team, everybody on that other team's on scholarship too, and they're all really good players. So it's not like they're just going to give up and quit. So that's what we're trying to get them to understand, where in high school, maybe you get up on 20, and then before you know it, it's 30, then it's 40. Here, they're going to keep playing. They have a lot of pride as well. So those are the things we just keep trying to show them and prove to them. Because I promise you, it's not like they don't want to win by 30. But there's a difference between wanting to do something and then doing it the right way to make sure it happens. Thank you, everybody. No, appreciate it.